Hi everyone, welcome to number 2 of What Do You Think? Now this week's Sedra is called Vayigash. Let's do a bit of history before we get to this bit of history. So, Joseph got sold by his brothers. He went down to Egypt. And then the brothers, they were upset that they actually sold him. And they regretted, realizing it was not the nicest thing to do. Joseph, Yosef, when he is in Egypt, in the end he becomes, having dreams, he becomes the second in charge of the entire land of Egypt. And now there's a famine across the lands, and the only people that have food are the Egyptians, and he's in charge of all the food. The brothers, they come down to Egypt in order to buy some food. He notices them. He wants to check to see whether they're sorry for what they did. And therefore he tests them, because he had another brother called Binyamin who had the same mother, Rachel. You see, his daddy, Yaakov, had 4 wives. Can you imagine that? 4 wives. Whoa. Okay. So he was the son of Rachel. Some of them were the sons of Leah and Bilhah and Zilpah. He was the son of Rachel, and they weren't very nice to him. Now, he had another brother called Binyamin. He wanted a test to see whether the brothers would be kind to Binyamin, and therefore he put his golden cup in Binyamin's sack. And he wanted to see, will the brothers say, oh, leave him, let's just get rid of him, or will they say, we have to save our brother? Which means, have they done teshuvah? Have they really said sorry for selling Yosef? So he put the cup inside his bag. And could it be Benjamin? Yes. So they found the golden cup inside his bag, and they say, oh no, right now Benjamin has to be sold as a slave. Excuse me. All the brothers come back to Egypt. And now is this week's Sedra. Yehuda speaks to Yosef, and Yehuda says to Yosef, you give me back my brother. And Yosef says, why? He stole my cup. And Yehuda says, look, I'm bigger, I'm stronger than him. Give him back now. And Yosef says, he doesn't realize it's Yosef. He says, I don't want to give him back. You give him back. I don't want to give him back. Give him back. I don't want to give him back. If you don't give him back, I'm going to destroy you. I'm going to wipe out the whole of Egypt, you and Pharaoh, and no one's going to survive. And Yosef said, I'm not going to give him back. And Yehuda was going to destroy the whole of Egypt. He said to his brothers, right, you take that side, I take this side, we're going to destroy everything. And Yosef realized, I better tell them I'm not being serious. And then Yosef told everybody, all the Egyptians, can you just leave for the moment? Really? Don't you want bodyguards? No, just leave for the moment. Everyone left. And now it was just Joseph and the brothers. And Yosef says to the brothers, I know where your brother is, Joseph. And they go, you know where he is? Where? He says, I'm Yosef. I'm your brother. What? I'm Joseph. It's me. What? You know, you're an Egyptian. No, I'm not Egyptian. It's all dressed up. No, I'm a Jew. I'm one of us. I'm your brother. Really? Yeah, I'm your brother. I'm a Jew. It's me. And they were... They couldn't speak. They were so embarrassed. They couldn't say anything. They didn't know what to say. They were so utterly embarrassed. They were embarrassed because of what they did to Joseph. And they realized, how could we have done that? Oh, this is so terrible. I can't believe it. I'm so embarrassed. And here's what Joseph says back to them. He says to them, it's okay. It's okay that you sold me. You realized when you sold me, you didn't realize it, but it was all part of Hashem's plan. Because if I wasn't sold, then I wouldn't have been able to actually go down to Egypt and then interpret Pharaoh's dreams. And by interpreting Pharaoh's dreams, that means we get all the food and be able to survive. The reason why I'm here is in order to actually look after the whole world with food. So it's a good thing you sold me. If you didn't sell me, then I wouldn't be here. And we wouldn't be alive because there won't be any food. So thank you for selling me. And the brothers... Really? You forgive us? And Joseph says, of course I forgive you. And I just wanted to check to see whether you also want to protect Binyamin. And you did want to protect him. And bring our father down bring him down to Egypt and we'll all come to the land of Egypt. And they went and they brought Yaakov and said, your son Yosef's alive. What? He can't be alive. He's dead. No, he's alive. And they all came down to Egypt and the families met. And that's how the Jewish people came down to Egypt. Of course, later on it's going to be a bit sad about the Jewish people being slaves. But that is the story. Now, here is the question. Joseph, Yosef, he says to his brothers, he says, don't worry about you selling me because it was all meant to be. Here's a question. Imagine you get a friend and that friend comes walking up to you and says, let's say your name's Daniel. Hi, Daniel. Hi. Bonk. And he gives you, what was that? He just punched you a nose. What was that for? And he says, well, it's all for the best. Surely I learnt this week, etc. And when the brothers tried to be horrible to Joseph, it was all meant to be. So it's all the right thing to do. So you shouldn't be upset with me because it's the right thing to do. What do you think about that? Is that right or is that wrong? What would you do if someone was to do that to you? If someone was not nice and say, well, look, you obviously it's meant to happen. Obviously meant to happen, so why are you being upset with me? Don't be upset with me. Joseph wasn't upset with his brothers. Look what the brothers did. He wasn't upset, so surely you shouldn't be upset because it's meant to be. This is a very deep question, a very, very deep question. But what would you do? What do you think? That is the question for this week. Adonai lama Shem Allah, b'terem kol yetzin ivra. All the best. Shabbat shalom. Bye.